What's going on, YouTube?
Wait, stop. What are you doing? Didn't you know this is part 2 of a 2-part collaboration? If you haven't watched part 1, you can click the thumbnail on the screen now to take you to that video.
Okay, with that said, it could be safe to assume that you've watched part 1 of our list and know that myself and PokéDan are counting down our top 10 characters we'd like to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So let's continue. Cynthia will be kicking off this part of our list. Why Cynthia, you ask? Well, to begin to answer that question, we first must look at Silvally, the highly suspected man-made Arceus. Cynthia's interest in Arceus was most evident in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, where she was researching the origins of Arceus and the creation trio. Given what we've said about Silvally potentially being a man-made attempt at creating another Arceus, it would make sense for Cynthia to play some form of role in the new games, especially if Arceus were to make an appearance. The other evidence to suggest a Cynthia return lies in the origin of her name. Cynthia's name in certain languages can be linked back to the orchid, a variety of flower and a common theme in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games. And in English it refers to the Greek moon goddess Artemis, the opposite of our next pick.
Next on the list is Cyrus. Now, you could argue that Cyrus and Cynthia could have been in the same slot, however, we feel like Cyrus has a lot more reason to be in Pokemon Sun and Moon, for a few reasons. First of all, as Karl mentioned in our last entry, along with Cynthia's name referring to all things moon, the same can be said for Cyrus and the sun. Both its Chinese and Korean names refer to a red sun, while its others refer to Helios, the Greek personification of the sun. Ignoring the origins of his name, there is still reason to believe Cyrus will return. For one, Diamond and Pearl, or even just Platinum remakes, are essentially guaranteed, and Cyrus's last proclamation entering the Distortion world was that he intended to return, creating a world without spirit. It could be that his return would be saved for the remakes, however, the idea that these Ultra Beasts are coming from another dimension, or world, through portals, throws into question if someone has sent them to cleanse the Alola region for Cyrus's return.
Taking the number 3 slot is a character that's never made an appearance in the Pokemon games, Ash. Ash has been the main character of the Pokemon series since its inception, and up until recently there hasn't been any reason or evidence to suggest an Ash debut in the games. After all, Red is supposed to be Ash's in-game counterpart, although not identical, that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, we're not suggesting that Ash's appearance will be a major one, however, the fact that Ash Greninja was gifted to us in Pokemon Sun and Moon demo, with no explanation as to why it was Ash Greninja and not named after our own character, coupled with the newly discovered images of Pikachu wearing the very variations of Ash's hat in-game, just adds to the evidence that this would require at least a cameo from our favourite forever 10-year-old.
10-year-old Ash Ketchum.
At number 2 on our list is Zinnia. The reason we've included Zinnia on this list is mainly due to her role and dialogue in the Delta episode of the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games. In the game, Zinnia confirms the existence of the Pokemon multiverse and references the Distortion world. In one of Sun and Moon's trailers, it was revealed that the Ultra Beasts appear through what looks to be portals of some sort. Could this be from another dimension or universe where Ultra Beasts exist and they are essentially being sent from their world to halt a great crisis in our universe? It could be something entirely different, but you can't deny the amount of evidence supporting this theory. The fact that Zinnia just disappeared at the end of the Delta episode adds to belief that there has more to come of Zinnia's story, and maybe that would be revealed in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Adding to that, Zinnia is a dragon-type trainer, and her name does begin with Z. You could make a connection, I guess, between her and Zygarde, but we could be overthinking this. We'll let you decide on that one.
And finally, at the number 1 spot on our list is AZ. We would like to see AZ return in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games due to his major connection with Infinity Energy, the ultimate weapon, and of course the main reason is AZ's eternal Floette. In the XY games we only got essentially a small introduction into the lore behind AZ and his Floette. It would be nice to progress not only AZ's story, but also a proper explanation of his Floette. It's fairly clear that we won't be getting any Pokemon Z or any direct continuation of the Kalos games at all, and Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon are looking to be very connected to Kalos. What with Sinnoh and Dexio returning, Mega Evolution and more, it would be a real shame if AZ and his Floette's story ended with such mystery. So that's our list of top 10 characters from the Pokemon series that we would like to see return in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
If you disagree with our list, be sure to leave us a comment down below, and of course check out part 1 and subscribe to both of us if you're not already.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know with a like rating down below. That's it for now, I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you all next time. Catch you later.